Database Management System, DBMS, is a software for storing and retrieving users' data while considering appropriate security measures. It consists of a group of programs which manipulate the database. The DBMS accepts the request for data from an application and instructs the operating system to provide the specific data. In large systems, a DBMS helps users and other third-party software to store and retrieve data. Examples: PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle, DB2, etc. DBMS allows users to create their own databases as per their requirement. The term DBMS includes the user of the database and other application programs. It provides an interface between the data and the software application. Characteristics of database management system: provides security and removes redundancy. Self-describing nature of a database system. Insulation between programs and data abstraction. Support of multiple views of the data. Sharing of data and multi-user transaction processing. DBMS allows entities and relations among them to form tables. It follows the ACID concept: atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. DBMS supports multi-user environment that allows users to access and manipulate data in parallel. There are four main phases of the database design: conceptual design, logical design, normalization, physical design. Once all the requirements have been collected and analyzed, the next step is to create a conceptual schema for the database, using a high-level conceptual data model. This phase is called conceptual design. Concepts of the model: entity types, relationship types, attributes. Entity: a thing in the real world with an independent existence. An entity may be an object with a physical existence or may be an object with conceptual existence. Example: department, employee, project, etc. An entity that exists independently of other entity types call strong entity. An entity types whose existence depends on some other entity call weak entity. Identifying owner: the entity type on which the weak entity type depends. Identifying relationship: a relationship between a weak entity type and its owner. Attribute: a property or characteristic of an entity type that is of interest to the organization. Classifications of attributes: required and optional attributes, simple and composite attribute, single-valued and multi-valued attribute, stored and derived attributes, identifier attributes, keys. Choose an identifier that will not change its value over the life of each instance of the entity type. Choose an identifier such that each instance of the entity type, the attribute, is guaranteed to have valid values and not be null, or unknown. Let's consider relationships. A department has employee. An employee works for a department. Binary relationship: a relationship between the instances of two entity types. Unary relationship: a relationship between the instances of a single entity type. Ternary relationship: a simultaneous relationship among the instances of three entity types. Let's consider one-to-one relationship. A department has a manager. An employee manage a department. Let's consider one-to-many relationship. A department has many employees. An employee works for a department. Let's consider many-to-many relationship. An employee works on many projects. A project has many employees. Participation constraints: There are two types: total participation, partial participation. Attributes may be associated with a many-to-many or one-to-one relationship, as well as with an entity. In some situations, an organization may want to model more than one relationship between the same entity types. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.